Alright, everyone. So we are back. That was a long wait, but finally, players are ready. We are ready, and we are going to game number one between Goodfellas and Tigers. So this is gonna be the deciding match. This is gonna be a best of 5. So this is game number one in this awesome matchup in the grand finals.
Yep, that's right. This will be the first game of tonight's grand finals. This is going to be intense.
So yes, so this is not gonna be the first pick by the first bands by Goodfellas, and it's gonna be Yuzong being banned out first, and it's Uranus being banned by Tiger. So what is the bans gonna be? Both teams have been watching each other pretty closely. They know what they're gonna pick. We have been streaming both of the games in the past few hours, and they know what type of heroes they're going for. So it looks like Goodfellas now going for that Tamus pick.
Tamus ban.
Yeah, Tamus ban, sorry. So they know that Tigers really like that Tamus, and they're trying to deny that pick for the Tigers.
That's right. So the final ban for Team Tigers are gonna be Yishin Shin. So once again, it is mostly an individually targeted bans against these teams that played the semi-finals today and won. So the Yishin Shin ban and the Uranus ban will mean that Goodfellas are probably gonna opt for this support pick, which is probably gonna be Popol, Lu Yi, or the Selena. But then again, Atlas is still open, Kufra is still open, so we might never know what their strategy is gonna be. We'll just have to wait for this pick 5 seconds into this pick.
So the confidence by Goodfellas, I'm liking this. They played a pretty good Khalid in the previous few games. It bounced around between a couple of their members, but they did a pretty good job with it. They really showed that Khalid could engage into the fights, and it seems like they're gonna try build a team composition around Khalid.
That's right. So now for the counter for this Khalid pick will be the X-Borg and also the Popol support, and which is going to be providing that long range CC from afar, and this X-Borg as usual will be annoying once the first buy of immortality comes.
Yes, what is War gonna pick up this time around? I know his Chow has been pretty good in the past few days, matches, and it seems like he might go for this Esmeralda. So the Selena being picked up by Goodfellas, it was pretty good in their hands, and they were pretty aggressive with it. So we'll see what happens. What is Tiger gonna do? How are they gonna complete their lineup?
So now with that Selena locked in, it is going to be, they are gonna play their team composition. They're gonna switch to the Selena now that they have her. So now they're gonna just wait for one of the stuns to come in and land players from Tigers, and gonna work their way from there. So now the last ping before this two ban from Team Tigers will be the Ling.
And as we saw in the past, the Ling was pretty good. His Ling has been pretty much unstoppable. He has been all over the map. He's been picking up kills left and right, and he has been getting all those objectives that he really needs to. So a pretty good pick, a Ling into this tournament, and we shall see how it fares out against the Goodfellas this time around.
So yes, the Roger ban coming in. Expecting that the carry for this Goodfellas team are gonna use the Roger. It's still a good ban nevertheless, but then again, I'm pretty sure the carry for this Goodfellas team have a lot of champion picks in his hand. So yes, Dolnity will be banning the last champion for tonight's match, the first game for tonight's grand finals match, and it won't be anything at all. So Farsa there will be hovered around for this Team Tigers as they are lacking of damage, and there you go. It looks like Team Tigers won't be opting for a tank at all, but we'll have to see. So I'm not sure against the Selena, Esmeralda, and now if it's really an Atlas, they will be having a lot of problems not having someone to tank and beef, to be a tanky beef basically for every start of the team fight. So I'm expecting a tank or a tanky fighter from Team TGR. Maybe it's a Carmel ban. Maybe it's a Carmel pick. We'll never know. It's also a good pick going against the team in the opposing side.
So interesting pickup here. Hayabusa being picked up by Who's Your Daddy, and it's I believe the second appearance of Hayabusa we've seen in this tournament. In the end they needed some damage and they got their damage, but Hayabusa is a pretty item dependent hero, and he takes a while to ramp up. So we shall see how Goodfellas works around this. I believe he might go as a hyper mid but we shall see. So the Masha yet again being picked up by Tiger, and it seems like it's a pretty good pretty good pick for them.
Yeah, overall, I believe this is a high risk, high reward team that TGR is going. If you can funnel that Masha into getting that solo goal without any interruptions, then you'll be fine going through the late game. But if Team Goodfellas here, if they can somehow deny this Masha, can deny everything coming in her way, then this will be a bit of a stretch for Team Tigers to go into this game. So now we're loading into the first game of this grand finals, and if you just join us, we got in the blue side Team Goodfellas from Brunei Darussalam, and we got Team Tigers from the Philippines fighting out just to see whether they deserve to be the champions here for the first ML Weekend Warriors tournament.
Yeah, so thank you to all our viewers. Thanks for watching, and please leave your comments in the chat. Leave a shout out. Let us know which team you're supporting, whether it's gonna be Tigers, whether it's gonna be Goodfellas. I know there's a couple of fans out there, so show your love.
Exactly. So spam in the chat for GFS if you think they're gonna win this whole series, or spam in the chat TGR if you're a fan of the Tigers. So let's go. We're into the game.
And so it seems that they are having some ping issues, but it has been tested previously, and it has been agreed that this is what they're going to go for.
So the 4-man mid from Team Tigers here will catch Team Goodfellas. So now they are 3-manning this blue buff, yes, and the Ling will get the buff instead. So it's a successful invade onto the jungle, and now the Esmeralda is gonna come in and cover the top side of that jungle for them. So now no one has died yet. Ooh, Farsa failed her run by using her passive, so now she is gonna waste that flicker away. And Ling is probably gonna get the first blood. No, the outplay from the Kali using his second skill, regenerating the health, and now is he gonna get traded for this? No, the double kill, the outplay from Team Goodfellas. That was pretty good for Team Goodfellas, and now they are gonna take that lead, extend it by stealing buffs from the topside jungle of Team Tigers. So now, yes, Hayabusa successfully took that red buff away, and now gonna be a bit higher level than this Ling from the enemy team. So now Esmeralda going against this Masha will be a bit passive in this early game. We won't see a lot of fights unless this gank from the Selena comes in. And no, looks like both of them are just gonna disengage for this fight at the bottom lane. So now in the middle lane, Atlas engages and followed up by the Hayabusa, and that will be another kill picked up from Team Goodfellas, making it 3-0 and almost a 1k gold. It's already a 1k gold lead ahead, and now they're thinking of getting the kill to extend their goal lead. Here comes the ulti from the Hayabusa, and now gonna get finished by the Khalid. Once again, there was a good pickup from Team Goodfellas, catching members from Team Tigers out of position now, and the Popple will get punished by this, will get ulted by the Khalid. What are they doing? This is going pretty bad for Team Tigers. There you go, the stun coming in from the Atlas, and the Khalid surviving this tower dive from the mid lane, and that will be 6-0 in the favor of Team Goodfellas. So right there, the Masha almost got caught by the Selena stun. There would have been game over if that stun landed, but now he dodged it and will live to fight another day. So there you guys can see the players just texting the opponent team whether the ping are pretty stable or not. And here we go. It looks like another kill from Team Tigers. Finally, the kill. They will break the kill and get one kill for themselves. And now the Selena's just gonna come in with the Hayabusa, but unfortunately, the shadow landed on towards the wolf. So that will save their lives, and they will back off and come back again into the lane. So now Team Goodfellas, they are just checking whether the turtle has been taken by someone from Tigers, but it looks like it is gonna be left alone at the meantime. So now Khalid with is gonna be
nearly.
That was a nice flicker coming from that Xbox, flickering just in time. But what about this second stun will land, and that will be the kill for Team Goodfellas. So Ling here going in, he is pretty strong and will be able to finish the kill. Oh, what was he doing there? He was stuck at the wall. He could have went back away, but unfortunately Team Goodfellas will be there to capitalize on that mistake, and Khalid will get a double kill at the top lane. So 10-2 as we speak right now. Hayabusa getting that kill onto the bottom lane. Masha was very low from that engage with the Esmeralda, and he didn't back off, and Team Goodfellas capitalize on that mistake. So now Ling going in, but will be able to back away safely, but the damage coming in from the combos, Hayabusa and also the Selena's gonna drop some big damage onto him, and now looks like Team Tigers are gonna gather up on the top side of the river. So now the ulti coming in from the Fasa, taking some players down from Team Goodfellas to 50 HP, as the Xbox now gonna get taken down for the first kill in this team fight, and now the double kill for the Hayabusa, and also the solo kill from Turtle pick up from Team Goodfellas.
So yeah, it's not looking good for Tigers right now. They are behind by 11, and they are conceding. So that is it. That is game number 1 in this best of 5. As we proceed on to game number 2, we will wrap this up slowly.
And we will get back to you on this surrender vote. But it was still a good early game by the Goodfellas team.
And eventually, yeah, the Khalid just snowballed in, and the Haya just got quite a lot of kills, so they had no answers, and they were just forced to surrender. So off to the next game right now, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Your team is banning. Your team is banning. Your team is banning. Your team is picking.
Leslie.
Your team is picking.
Maud. Gusha.
Your team is picking.
Estes. Fanny.
Your team is picking.
Hayabusa.
Your team is banning.
Alright guys, so we are back. This is game number 2 between Goodfellas and Team Tigers. So we had some technical issues, but hopefully it's all sorted out, it's all fixed, and so we will be on our way to determine who is the finals, who are the winners of this grand finals in this Weekend Warriors Mobile Legends Series 1 tournament. So here we are in the bans and picks phases of the game number 2, and Jimmy, would you like to run down roughly what they've gone through right now?
So basically for Team Tigers, so they will be first picking this game since they chose to be the second pick for the first game, but unfortunately they had to surrender. They surrendered because of too much gold lead, and now they will continue and move past that, and will be trying to win the second game to stable the lead. So now the last ban from Team Goodfellas will be the Uranus once again. I haven't seen a second pick team leave open the Uranus, especially with this high level caliber of a team, this Tiger team and also the Goodfellas team. So the first pick from Team Goodfellas will be none other than the Farsa and the Export, and surprisingly for this game, Tamus will be left open by Team Goodfellas. I wonder if Team Tiger are gonna capitalize on this pick, being this hero being left open, and it looks like it will be so with a Hilda, which is gonna be a support or probably the off laner for this team composition.
So it's interesting. I mean, there is still the link open, but I'm not sure whether they'll pick it since they now have a Yushin Hyper. But again, you never know what happens. There might be a Carmilla being picked up. There might be probably a Selena. Okay, Selena got banned, but there is still plenty of other heroes to pick from. There's a Kufra, there's an Atlas, there's even
there's even a Popo just to fit into that playstyle for that team. So now the Roger will be the last pick before they get into these last 2 bans from each of the team. It is gonna be Goodfellas that will be banning first. So what are they thinking now? They have seen that Team Tigers haven't picked their tank or a support, so logically they will be banning one of those roles now. So what will it be? It will be the Popol ban, and now for Team Tigers, they are supposed to ban the tanks, which is gonna be the Gatot Kacha being banned as the last champion for this second game of the grand finals. And now who will Ally pick going against this tanky, beefy team composition from Team Tigers? So the Atlas will be picked up by Team Goodfellas, and that will leave Team Tigers with either a Kufra pick or will they take that Akai and win like the previous match going against Tiara Hidden Crate. So now the Digi are being hovered by Bangas, and that will leave just TikTok to pick his champions.
Exactly. So Diggy has not been picked up yet in this tournament, but probably he might switch for it last minute to our Carmilla. And so as we've seen before, the Thomas and Carmilla combo seems to be doing pretty good, and it does work wonders in the hands of Tiger.
So for the last pick for Team Goodfellas will be the Barman, a pretty good team here from GFS compared to Team Tigers because of how standard and balanced most of the lanes are. So now we got a very, very unusual, not really standard pick from Team Tigers, going for this 3 fighters and 4 fighters if you consider the Carmel, and with the hyper carry Yi Shinshin. So now loading into the second game Once again, on the blue side, we got Team Tigers, and in the red side, we got Team Goodfellas clutching in the first win of this grand finals tonight. If you are a fan of GFS, spam GFS in the chat, and if you are Team Tigers, you can spam TGR in the chat.
Alright, so players are ready in the game. They are slowly loading in, and we hope to see a pretty interesting matchup this time around. And hopefully, I want this game to actually last longer, so we can see more and more of these actions between all these teams. So here we are now in the game, and it looks like teams are gonna get ready into their lane, and I'm not sure, maybe Tiger might go in for this invade early game, but it seems like
it's gonna be another cheesy early game from Team Tigers, but it is gonna be spotted by War. Great play there, but now are they gonna get punished for this push? Yeah, 3 versus 2, a man down. There comes Farsa, and there you go. It will be the punish by Team Goodfellas, but now the Carmel will be able to run away safely with the help of this Hilda. So now she gets caught from overextending there. She didn't back off, and now it is probably gonna cost them this blue steal by Team Goodfellas. And a good early game so far from Team Goodfellas.
yeah. So despite being invaded and everything, they were really ready for the invasion, and it really helped that they were ready for that. And they got a few kills. They got 2 kills. It looks like flickers away.
But now it will be, so there will be the flicker coming in from the Shinshin, running away from that stun by the Atlas, and now they are gonna retaliate back by punishing that commit by the Atlas, and will make it 1-2 in terms of score. Here you go, a fight in the top lane between the Tamus and the Balman, and it will be just passive from now on. So now it looks like both of the teams are playing it really cool at this moment. They're just farming up. They don't want to do any risky invades, any risky ganks into the bottom or the top lane.
So yes, it seems like they're just gonna farm. Hilda's gonna be annoying, just gonna scout out. I mean, the moment she has a bush, she's fine. She has some barriers. She can heal up, and
So now the gang coming onto the bottom lane against this export. Is he gonna flicker out just in time? Yes, he will. But that was a good attempt by Team Tigers. But now what is Team Goodfellas gonna counter it? Yeah, they're gonna counter it with another kill at the mid lane. We'll make it 3-1 just like that. A stun coming in from the Atlas, followed up by the Farsa, but a good toss from TikTok there to save his teammates Carmel. So now the top lane, Balmon being so low after that little fight against Tamus, and the ult from the Shinshin, and now he is gonna get baited so easily. Going into the Balman, not knowing where the other team members from Goodfellas are. So now Bangas is just going to
yet again he gets baited, and that is another bait and another kill for Goodfellas. Goodfellas is just playing your mind games right here. They know when to play, they know when to fight, and they're all just waiting in the bush, waiting for a bait.
So good play right there by the Bruneian team, Goodfellas team, making the lead 1k ahead, and now most probably gonna control the game from now on with this new lead of theirs. So now both teams are sticking on to this bottom side of the jungle as this turtle just respawned for their takings. But it looks like the Yushinshin is slightly ahead of this team, but getting caught isn't gonna help him. The double kill from the Roger from GFS. What is the Hilda doing? It looks like she is lagging, but that is gonna be a pickup from by the Goodfellas team, as now they are going to take the turtle from the Tigers team.
Exactly. So Jawhead just waiting in the corner, waiting for these He's not moving. And he's
Almost
going
got
back.
spotted right there if either one of them entered the bush, but now it is gonna be a killing spree for the Bellman up top. And now he is gonna be caught 3 versus 1 and Flicker just right on time. So now the Atlas thinking of catching them in the top lane for this Farsa combo and with this Bellman, but no one is there to follow him up. So now this might be the catch on to the Yushin Shin. Is he gonna flicker? No, he will be able to dash around with his first kill, but will be baiting this Ballman for his team for the pickup. Will be a shutdown 3-1-1 and another kill onto the Roger, another shutdown goal, and this will help them scale up into the late game as this is now a 4 versus 3, but the 4-man ult coming in from the Atlas will counter Team Tiger, and that will be a great team fight for the Brunei team as the Shinshin is gonna see if he can chase this kill, but he is now gonna get caught and will be a 4-4-1 trade by this GFS team.
Man, it was such a back and forth battle, but eventually GFS showing that they have the slight gold advantage. It really has helped them get this items that they need and to tank and survive a lot longer in all these team fights that they engage on.
So now Team Goodfellas even stealing the small jungle buffs from the bottom side of this map. It means that they are dominating as we speak. So level 9 Roger coming into the mid lane, trying to see if he can get some damage from his first kill. He's gonna jump in if he can catch this Hilda, which they are probably gonna do right here. And the Tamus is still farming up top lane. What are you doing? You should back off. And there you go, the pickup from Team GFS, knowing the situation, knowing that the Hilda was out of position, and now it looks like both of the members from Team Tigers are also gonna get caught by this Atlas. Unstoppable, the X-Mark, and a kill by the Roger. This is 6 minutes into the game and 17 kills to 3, guys. So that's how dominant Team Goodfellas are in this game, the second game of this grand finals tonight. So there you go, the BM coming in from the Goodfellas team. It's all friendly, it's all banter, it's all in the game. Make sure you don't take it personal. After all, it's just a game. So now the red buff are gonna
Get resetted back.
and the Jawhead is gonna steal it away after the auto attack battle between them. But at the meantime, the turtle was taken by the Roger, which makes them 2-0 in terms of the turtle, 4-0 in terms of the tower, and now it's gonna be 5. So it will be a 10k gold lead between them, and it is so far. This bomber is just gonna spin to win all the way to the base for sure with this performance from Team Goodfellas. So there you go, the blue is gonna get stolen away, and the 3-man ult from the Atlas along with the Farsa, and now the Tamus are gonna come in and see if he can trade the kill onto the Farsa, but now she's just gonna BM away, stuns him, bait him just for this Roger to get his double kill, and that is probably gonna be the turret for top and mid lane. So Jawhead right now is the only place with a positive KDA. It's gonna knock the Atlas away to the tower. So 22-4, like I said, it is gonna be over for this mid and top towers for Team Tigers. And now Team Goodfellas should be happy from this pickup and should be back enough and come back with this new lead of theirs. So now 607 for the Xbox, 216 for the Farsa. Pretty good performance from them going into this second finals game with confidence after winning that first game easily. So now Belmont just farming in front of their faces, in front of the bases of Team Tigers, gonna get stunned by the Camille, but there is nothing she can do. She will be the one that is gonna take more damage. So the arrival coming in from the towers was weird there, but then again, there is nothing that they can do at this point of the game. Team Goodfellas just too good at the game, just too far ahead in this second game actually, and if there's anything that Team Tigers can do, it will have to be a miracle from this point of the game.
So yes, all they can do now is just defend. They have 2 towers up. It's all in bot lane, but look at that. Mid lane, top lane, super minions. Gonna be super hard to defend this. And players are just gonna be standing around their towers trying to catch whoever comes in, whoever overcommits. And it seems like Hilda on this side trying to...
That cheesy early strat, bro, was only for before 1 minute. Now you have to get back into your base as the enemy Farsa is on a killing spree, killing the Jawhead under the tower.
Exactly, so it's 10 minutes in and it's roughly a 14,000 gold lead advantage for Goodfellas, and that is a massive amount of gold.
So if this Hilda can steal away this Lord, I don't think it matters. It will still be under... yeah, Goodfellas still have this game under the bag. There you go. The Lord will 100% be stolen because of the retribution on her. There is nothing Team Goodfellas can do anything about it except for just getting a lot of kills. But anyway, I think that is gonna be it for game 2. They are just gonna push this mid wave and the top wave combined with the Lord easily. Look at that, guys. The Lord hasn't even gone past the base yet, and now they're just gonna take all 3 towers or just focus on the mid lane and gonna end the game, and that will make it a 2-4-0 for surely in any time now. And there you go.
So very convincing win in the second game for Goodfellas, and it was pretty much a one-sided show. After they got that early blood, they got the first kills in the jungle as they're defending it, and I think this is gonna go on to a third game right after this as players get ready. So I can't say breakdown wise, it's pretty much 29-5 says it all, but don't worry, game 3 is gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be hopefully a comeback, if anything, from what we've seen. Tigers, once they face the adversity, once they reach that 0-2, they're behind, they end up kicking into gear, they get warmed up, and finally they show that they really are the players to beat.
So for this game, it was an impressive performance from the Goodfellas side, but unfortunately from the Tigers, they just couldn't capitalize. They just couldn't handle the pressure that Goodfellas was giving them in the early game, spotting. Well, it was a good play from GFS War, spotting that cheesy early game strat that Team Tiger likes to do, right? Which is go 2 guys in the top bush trying to see if they can waste any flicker or any spell or get some kills, but they just couldn't do it. So it looks like Team Goodfellas read them perfectly this game. They know what Tigers are gonna do early, mid to late game, so they deny everything. They even denied, well, basically the Tamus pick from Team Tigers. From what we've seen, the Tamus pick usually works in the favor of Team Tigers, but this time around we couldn't see that happening. They couldn't utilize all this weird high risk high reward team style, team composition, and now they just got punished for it with the Atlas, with the Farsa combo. Atlas just went in and they had no answer for him, so I guess that is also one of the little things that made Goodfellas ahead of this second game for the grand finals tonight.
Alright, so guys, we are heading into game number 3 right now, so players will be ready in just a couple of minutes. And so while we wait for the players to get ready, we shall take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Grab your drinks, grab your food. Should be a very interesting match to watch right after this.
So we are back with the third game now. Both teams are inside the lobby playing a potentially last game for this grand final series tonight. We will have to see what TGR will have in store for this comeback. Do not count them out. As previously played on the semi-finals, they are a team to be reckoned with, especially coming back from this 2-loss deficit against Team Goodfellas Gaming. So I will move to the bans and picks for tonight, and it will be Yuzong and the Tamu's first ban by Team Goodfellas. So now the Uranus will be the counter for that ban. They still don't want to let Uranus go through to the picks, as Team Goodfellas are first picking this third match for tonight. So once again, for those who just joined us, in the blue side we got Goodfellas now leading with 2 wins, and on the red side with still no wins, 0 wins at all, it will be Team Philippines, Team Red Tigers. So guys, I hope you are as intense as I am watching this third game, a potential last game for tonight, or will it be another sweep upset for Team Tigers? So here we go. The counter for this Khalid first pick will be once again Selena and also the X-board coming in from Team Tigers. So yes, this will be the last pick before the ban for Team Goodfellas Gaming. What will they pick? Will they go the usual strat like they did in the last game? Will they pick this Farsa, which they heavily favored, and also this Atlas, which was a crazy, deadly, dangerous combo? And there you go, the Farsa and the Atlas getting locked by Team Goodfellas. This is starting to look like a good match with this Khalid pick as well. The team compositions are already looking pretty strong for Team Goodfellas. So what do you... Yeah, Farhan?
So I have a feeling that they might actually go for the Hayabusa pick earlier on. Maybe it will work in this team composition. It might be a repeat of the first game where they'll be trying for that same team composition, but this time around Tiger with pretty high damage on their team. They got Roger, they got Selena, and they have the X-Borg, which is pretty tanky and does quite a bit of damage.
Yep.
So it looks like Ling is gonna be banned. They don't want the assassin to go to Goodfellas, and now Akufra being banned. So they are spoiled for. They are not. They don't have many tanks to go for, and so they have picked Gatot Kacha this time around.
Yeah, that's true. They are left with no options other than the Gatot Kacha, which is pretty meta at the moment, with a good ult and a good passive now that he's reworked in the recent latest patch. And now the last 2 picks from Team Goodfellas. What is it gonna be for the carry? Who's your daddy? And also, is it gonna be a Chow pick from War this time around? So the Alpha being hovered around, but no, there you go, Farhan, you are right, the Hayabusa's pick and also the Chow will be the final 2 pick from Team Goodfellas. So the last pick will be the Diggy
I
from...
like that. No hesitation on the Diggy pick. They just really need to get away from that Khalid engage. And it seems like this might just be the counter for the Goodfellas team lineup.
Oh boy, I just saw this post on Reddit about MPL in the Philippines, which one of this team uses Diggy and fits 23 kills. So basically, their intentions for picking this Diggy was just to disturb the enemy jungles by taking this retribution and just keeping all your bombs in one place, and when they go to that place to take the buff, you will kill or either steal that buff away. So I am excited for this, boys. I can't wait for this game to start. The game number 3 of this grand finals tonight. Team Goodfellas leading by 2 wins and to 0 wins for Team Tigers. So here you go.
Ooh, it's an interesting startup for Goodfellas right now. They got 4 members going down bot. Here, congrats going out, but it doesn't seem like their motivation is high for this game.
And now the same strat that Goodfella has been doing all tournament, which is pushing the bottom lane with 2 people, and now the Digi is gonna be at the bottom lane as we speak, is going to disturb this blue buff, but is gonna get first blooded by this Chow. Now guys, this is not a troll, this is a legit pick by this Digi. What he's doing now, he is reviving and giving all these kills to the Chow, to the Hayabusa, to the carry, so they will be there with the shutdown goal, which is gonna be pretty rewarding for their teammates. So now the Digi still feeding 3 kills, 3 deaths as we speak at the moment, and now these teams are just setting up for the kills here at the mid lane. So Xbox and Team Tigers will be able to steal this buff away from the Goodfellas side, and now
misses.
Roger just missed his skills onto the Selena, but not until the Farsa will be able to take the kill and finish it for himself. So now they just got a double kill right there. That was a weird double kill, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It didn't felt like a real double kill. It was more like a, oh, we're just trolling. We're just gonna stay at the base and we're just gonna kill ourselves basically. So now the back have been done by the Farsa and the Atlas. Now they're playing it safe. The Digi once again is just trolling in the mid lane. Not trolling, this is a legit strat, guys. I assure you, if it is done correctly, then they will surely have the upper hand just a few minutes later into the game.
So yeah, this is my first time seeing this happen, and I'm not sure how this will actually turn out. I mean, it sounds amazing what you're saying, and if they can execute it just right, it seems like it is a strategy worth putting their money on. Oh, that's stun by Selena onto the Farsa. But it seems like they are not gonna go in now. Just Diggy just walking around and planting bombs where he can. And seems like
So there you go, the level 4 by the Digi. Now he's gonna be safe for his teammate. He's gonna ult his teammates and gets the trade kill onto the Khalid. Now the Digi is now 0, 9 and 2. So this was the strategy I was talking about, guys. Once you feed a certain amounts of deaths to the enemy, or in one game, you will, whenever someone kills you, you will not worth any single gold. So now this is what they're doing. The turtle is gonna get taken down by Team Tigers, the first turtle, and now they extend the gold lead to 2k. So as you guys can see, there is 9 kills to 4, but the gold lead is in the favor of Team Tigers. It is a legit strat, guys, but do not try this in your rank. You will probably gonna get reported by 4-man team. So now there's another kill by the Selena. Nice snipe there by the Selena, and the Chow will probably gonna get the trade. There you go, the flicker in, the jump in with the Khalid to get and secure that kill, and now they will be pushing this top lane.
Ooh, Diggy now with a kill.
And now the Gatot Kacha went too far into the lane, will be caught by the Team Goodfellas, and now the Digi just ulted, which he should have saved. I feel like he should have saved his ult whenever there's only a team fight, not when he's using his strategy. So I feel like that's a bit weird from Digi right there. And now he's gonna revive back, give some kill, create that shutdown gold between all of the members from Goodfellas, so then when they shuts down that player that's having the gold lead, they will get more and more gold each time they kill them. So now Gatotkaca coming in but misjudging the jump damage from the Khalid, is now gonna miss the Khalid, and the team fight is gonna erupt at the mid lane. The Atlas coming in, ulting 2 members of Tigers, getting the kill onto the Selena, and now will still, surprisingly or not surprisingly, still below the gold lead as this Tigers team is. So now it looks like the strategy is working perfectly for the sides of Team Tigers. This Diggy is a genius. This team is a genius for trying this. I'm liking the strategy so far, and now for sure with this retribution. Oh, it's get stolen away. Oh, I'm sorry guys, my mistake. The retribution wasn't up when he did that third name, was up just now. So yes, there was a good steal by the Khalid, and now the Diggies just gonna try to help around in this mid lane. So Selena's stun almost landing there onto the far side. That could have been ugly for Team Goodfellas. Now the Hayabusas just pressuring this top lane. The exploit not enabling him to farm out these lanes. And he's already gotten his immortality, which is impressive. 6 minutes into the game, that is an early item build for him, which is gonna help them in the next team fight. With that immortality, people will be thinking of going in, especially going against this Egbo. So now Diggy is gonna spot this Hayabusa's way, and they're really gonna shut him down. I can't believe this. So now the Gatotkaca, all he has to do now is run away on to the top side of the river and fight another day. So that was a good play from Tigers right there, catching the Hayabusa, which is the carry for this Bruneian team, but it's not looking too well as the carry from Team Tigers are level 11 and Hayabusa is just level 7. So as we speak, another team fight will erupt in the mid lane. There is gonna be 2 kills picked up by Team Goodfellas. At this point, I'm just so confused. Every 5 minutes is just another notification for a Diggy death. So at this point, I won't know when the real team fight's gonna happen. So I'll just keep up with this strategy. So he's 117 and 5 at the moment. Okay, onto his 18 deaths. It's alright, as the turtle is gonna spawn in 3 seconds. I believe that the Xbox will be doing his rotations onto the bottom lane, but this is the problem with the strategy, guy. Every good strategy always have a pros and cons, always have a strengths and weaknesses, and the only weakness for this is they will be always 1 man down all the time. So you have to assume that you will only get yep, so there you go. I feel like Selena shouldn't have died there, but it's gonna be the turtle picked up by this Tigers team. Of course, they have a retribution against a team without no retribution, and for sure there will be the shutdown, the double kill for the Roger, making him 4-0-1 and extending the gold lead from 1k gold to 2k golds in just 8 minutes despite the kill difference. So now this is the weaknesses that I'm talking about, guys. The Hayabusas just easily roaming and getting a chip damage onto the towers at the top lane. I wonder if Goodfellas are now thinking what they should do coming onto this late game.
So it seems like the counter for this is maybe a fast push where Diggy can't actually, they just gotta ignore the Diggy, and it seems like he's just being everywhere. He knows where they are. He's a walking ward for them, and he knows exactly where the players are. So that is to their advantage in a sense. But again, as you mentioned, it's gonna always be only 4 members on Team Tiger that are fighting. So if they do engage and they decide to ignore this Diggy, and maybe just they might be getting a slight lead ahead. But it seems like there's, as you mentioned, Tiger is doing really well with the strategy. They are now 3,000 gold ahead.
It's gonna get baited into the mid lane by the shadow from the Hayabusa. Nice play right there from Who's Your Daddy, showing him who is his daddy. So now the Gatotkaca coming in will finish the Hayabusa down, as Pong will engage onto the Selena and will probably trade his life for this kill. That was not worth it for Team Goodfellas, because they could have gotten a free tower down onto this middle lane, but as we speak, it looks like Team Tigers are trolling as well. One of the members died, so there you go. There will be the bottom tower be taken down by the Chow for sure. And now Diggy, oh man, I'm lost for words. They played this as perfect as they can, going against the best team in Brunei, guys. This is a legit strategy, and the fact that they're doing against Goodfellas and it's working perfectly for them, 30 to 12 kills, but they're still almost 2k goals ahead lead in front of Goodfellas, shows you that they have executed it perfectly. It's just how are they gonna do the team fight? That should be in their plans, in their minds right now. So the silly, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, it looks like the Lord is up now. It's that time of the game where, so now yeah, it's Chow with 8 kills on his own. So that shutdown on Chow would be very, very juicy for Tiger. So that is what you mentioned, that Diggy likes to, he's there to build up the kill speed.
Oh
to make it.
my lord, that damage from the Roger, but he's gonna get ulted by the Chow. There was a mistake, a misplay from Team Tigers. What were they doing right there? No one was there to cooperate with the Roger, and now they're gonna get punished for it. I believe that Diggy should have been there with the ult just to get ready with the team fight. You don't have to feed all game. That is the strategy. You just have to feed when it is right to feed. That sounds weird to say, but it is what it is. Team Goodfellas, it looks like they are figuring out how to play against this team composition already.
So yeah, interesting. The stun goes down, but it's a bit far away.
And yes guys, it's not a bug that you guys are seeing. Diggy is really with 24 death on his KDA, and he's probably gonna get his 25th now. But he ulted away. What a waste of ult. I did not like how he uses his ult, how they decide to do their team fighting. That is just weird by the side of Tigers. So maybe if they can figure a way around it, then this game should be in their favors. But it looks like Team Goodfellas are also not pushing at the moment. They are just trying to see what they can get from these skirmishes in the mid lane. Then maybe they can think of a plan afterwards. So now the Khalid going in onto the Selena, getting him to the 50% HP, and now moving on to this Khalid is probably gonna get taken down, but he is for sure gonna ult away from this or uses his second skill. But yes, there you go. That is the perfect scenario for Team Tigers. They came back from that, get the 3-4-0 kills pick up.
And that is exactly what they need, because at this point, that Lord is going to give them a big advantage in this game. It's going to give them push potential, and now it seems like Chow is going to be the only one pushing up top against this X-Borg defending. So if he gets this knock up, he gets one more hit.
Almost survived that 1v1 play at the top lane, but will sacrifice his life for that. So now that is gonna slow down the progress, the team game for both of these teams, as now Diggy is gonna die one more time. So now Team Tigers still in the lead. It is now ramping up to the 4k gold lead, but he is now overextending, will be ulted by the Hayabusa. There's no way you can run. There is a way he can run, and that's how he runs. So now he will be able to run away. Khalid won't be able to dash and finish him off. What a good play by the Roger right there, but then again, to what cost, as the Lord are now without any protection from team members from Tigers. So the only one up there with the Lord is Diggy with the immortality, but there is nothing that can be done from him. His damage is just non-existent, and I will not get bored of this strategy. Basically, it is a legit strategy and it's fun to watch. I don't know about you guys, but if I were Team Goodfellas, I would be annoyed looking at the Diggy every single seconds in my screen. So now, Roger in on a killing spree, 47-2, and now the Chow is gonna chase him away, but his teammates are there to back him up, hopefully, but almost getting caught by the Atlas right there. It is impressive, the heart of this Filipino team. They just showed determination and they everything just to win this third game and make this an upset for the fan favorite Bruneian team. So it's 15 minutes into the game. What do you think will happen?
I don't know. I mean, they still have had the goal lead and they're just increasing it even more. But goal lead is one thing, fighting it out in the late game is another. And it seems like if all 5 people of Goodfellas rally up and they fight a proper team fight that they want, it might actually turn out in their favor. But now they are on the back foot, they are defending, they have to, now most lanes are pushing, and it seems like this whole Diggy strat seems to be working out in the favor of Tigers. So despite Khalid being in the first pick for Goodfellas, it was not as effective as the first game where they played it, but it is still a pretty good champion for them to use.
Oh, the flicker in from the Atlas, and now they're gonna get ulted. This is what I am talking with this strategy, with this Diggy. He's always feeding. There's always a time and place for feeding, but not there, Diggy. You have to think, with this strategy, it's just not feeding. You have to choose when, and you have to provide your ult, as you are still one hero to help the team for winning the game. So now the Khalid's gonna come in, well, the Atlas and Hayabusa's gonna focus this Gatot Kacha, which is so tanky at the moment. And this is gonna be a long fight, guys, until Farsa comes in and finishes him off. And that will be 2 kills pick up. It is a dangerous time that they're dead now. So the Xbox getting ulted in front of the team by the Chow and won't be able to survive this, as his passive just lets him roll one time. This could be the end of this semi-finals. I mean, of this grand final. I'm sorry, guys. Will it be a 3-0 upset and the Roger's gonna get ulted by the Atlas? And that looks like it. But the minions are still too far from the base, as Team Goodfellas gotta wait it out, trying to see if they can get a tower at the bottom lane. But it will be the end of this grand finals.
And that a couple more hits and the next is gonna go down, and that is it. That is game number 3 going to Goodfellas, a 3-0 sweep, and that was an interesting turnout of events.
Interesting for sure. We did not expect that. I did not expect that strategy to work. It was shout out to that team in MPL Philippines. If you're watching this, you the MVP. You almost made this team win and basically get their focus, everything back into the game. That was exciting to watch. These international teams bringing this new strategy into Brunei, and unfortunately the teams that they were against were Goodfellas and also a very high caliber skill team here in Brunei. And apparently it's our fan favorite, the champions Goodfellas, winning this third game. I don't know what to say. I can't say it's convincingly. I can't say confidently. They were just ramping up kills. The KDL looks positive. It looks nice on the scoreboard, but it doesn't look nice on the game. Their performance, it was a bit close, if I must say. Team Tigers were just a bit lousy at the end. Was being reckless, knowing that they didn't pick any Purify going against this team with the Atlas. It could have been prevented by bans, by changing their bans in the early game, but we don't know. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how Goodfellas easily, convincingly, I guess, for the first and second game win this finals. What do you think, Farhan?
So yeah, I have to say that was an very interesting turn out of events. I did not expect that Diggy play and for them to be inspired by by what you said earlier on, that the MPL play by Diggy, and so they brought it out in the final seconds of the match in the dying breaths, but they somehow almost managed to pull things off. But unfortunately, it's one strategy that they haven't practiced and with yet properly, so it did. It showed, and Goodfellas they had better experience. They knew what to do. They gathered themselves up, and eventually they got a victory in the end. So I'll have to say, I wouldn't put any one MVP. If anything, maybe the most entertaining one to watch was Diggy itself.
Exactly. So I'll give my MVP to him, but unfortunately, his team lost in this grand finals. Oh, that was so bad. If they won that, I could have been so hyped up coming into the fourth match. But yeah.
I mean, it was a good match. It has been good matches all around. It's been 4 days of constant battling between Bruneian teams and Filipino teams. It's been from the group stages all the way to the grand finals. So we give our thanks to all the 18 teams that participated in this tournament. But to wrap things up, we have our champions right now. We have Goodfellas as the #1 place, and we got these Tigers in the second place, and just coming in the third place is Team TRL Hidden Crit. So congratulations to all three teams. You have really put on a good show of skills, of talents, and I hope everyone enjoyed it just as much as we did.
That's right. We enjoyed every second, every minute, every hour of as the tournaments passed by. We once again, from me, I would like to thank all the teams that showed their talents, that showed their potentials, and we apologize for any technical issues.
Especially for the delays
going into the games. We will be better for the next one. We will 100% sure of that.
Yes, so thank you all for watching, and hope you had a good time just as much as we did. And this is not gonna be the last of it. There will be a few more to come, so keep an eye out. If you haven't done so yet, go on to our Facebook page to Weekend Warriors, like us, follow us, and you'll get the news as soon as it comes. So I believe that is it from us.
Yep.
Ciao, everyone, and hope you had a good time.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Farhan, so good night.